everybody, Weezem here. It is Sunday, March 13th. It's now 3 in the morning because of daylight savings time. Again, I prefer the spring forward because it sucks to leave work in darkness. And that starts happening in like November because they changed the time on us. So I wish it would just stay like this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. That said, we've taken Mistletoe Dive-Clops down the Dousing Dowser, which is the other path. It's okay, but I'm thinking I will like this path better. Again, going on that logic, I prefer the aesthetics of standard Dive-Clops. Very cool color scheme. Hopefully I like Tidal Torpedoes better. That's why I assigned it to him. Plus, Dousing Dowser sounds like a reindeer, so hence why Mistletoe got that path. That's the auxiliary reason. However, we just showcased the base upgrades here for standard Dive-Clops, and it is time to take Tidal Torpedoes.
Any place that you go,
Alright,
I
so
can reach and
what we've
bring
got
you
here,
magical
you've got use
upgrades.
lost deep sea technology to increase the power of Waterpedo. Initially, I thought I would prefer the sonar path better, and again, I still might because I haven't taken this, but it didn't really, after the base upgrades, I sort of changed my mind, and it'll be interesting to see how it pans out. But that's a lie. We have Skylander Tutor and another Dive-Clops, if you will. But keep in mind all these prices, $13.60 for Torp Slow. We have, that sounds like a slushy rival or something. We have 10 Wing Sapphires, that's the maximum discount of 20%. So press X to fire Waterpedos that create mines which slow the movement of enemies close to the mine. This will be good because Dive-Clops is a very slow character. He might be the slowest supercharger, now that I think about it. Probably is. He doesn't really have any jump or any other auxiliary ability that speeds him up any. So this will be big in that sense. However, I really hope that it also increases the damage just a tad. I know we'll probably get that later, but 22 to 33, if that could bump up to 24 even, it would be great. So really we haven't done much with the Torpedoes box stock. I don't think we've done anything actually. Eye and the Geysers, Tertiary, Echo Enhancers upgrades Sonar's range. Power of the Pupil adds R2 attacks to the Tertiary. So yeah, the Torpedoes are still box stock unless you take this path. So again, what they do is 22 to 33 on impact. You can roughly have 5 mines, you know, for very brief moments in time. They got roughly a 9-second lifespan. They can get sometimes 11 hits, but they do it at 8 to 12. So Torpedo impact 22-33, mines 8 to 12, but they do have multiple hits. So let's see if we've increased any of that, and then we'll check out the slowness. No. Man, that's I sort of expected that, but it is blue. Let's try to count the duration past the last hit. 4 seconds of slowness, maybe? So it's probably best showcased here with a Greeble, so that's exactly what we're going to do.
Hey there, soldier.
Hey there indeed, Buzz.
You do your training today.
Gotta go get that Sky Eater, and you know what it does. Whoops. Well, that was a dud. Actually, it said it would get them anyone within range, so let's put one over there. Now slow down, Greeble. We'll come over here first, you nut. Oh, these guys are annoying. We'll just shoot him. Okay. Yeah, 4 seconds of slowness, and that's all we can really do. So, of course, I mean, I think while any of them are going, you get that benefit, but essentially, if the mine were to expire and you're in, like, sudden death, you could slow an enemy for 4 seconds, so... Torp is slow, sort of as expected. Da-da-dun. Mine slow enemies. Roughly 4 seconds past detonation. Again, what I mean there, the whole time of 8 to 12, if an enemy could get away from the 8 to 12, it would slow it 4 seconds. If you have multiple enemies, each one would get slowed to 4 seconds. But say that a mine expires, it does its last hit of 8 to 12. the enemy will be slowed roughly 4 seconds. So that's not that great of an upgrade. Because I say that, it should be kind of twofold in my opinion. However, maybe some of this will make up for it. We'll see. For 1760, we can get the Mark II Waterpedo. Waterpedos and Waterpedo mines do more damage. Mind your step. See what they did there? Mind. Yeah. Anyway, so hopefully this kind of covers for it, but it would have been nice to maybe have the mine damage only increase there or something. I don't know. Maybe, like I said, this will cover for it. So what we're looking for is 22 to 33's increase and the increase on 8 to 12. Alright. 25 and 10. Wow. The slowness color is kind of cool, I will say that. So Mark II Waterpedo. So the torpedoes are going to equal out to, was it 25, I think? Yeah. So 25 to 38, and then the mines are going to equal 10 to 15. Let's see if we're still getting roughly 11 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, basically, but that one didn't register minis. Let's do it again. That got 9 hits, but again, you can count the pulses, and it's just sort of at random whether you get, 5 or 11. But so pretty straightforward. We just jumped up and not much at all. I'll be honest. Granted, the 10 to 15, even if you got just say 5, you have a horrible showing from the mine. That's 50 to what, 75? So you have to factor that in, but it's still that initial impact is a little bit lackluster, I would say. Okay, let's see what happens if we detonate him. Could not see it. I could not tell. Is it 21? Let's step back here. Huh, can't really tell. I guess that was a 33, but that would be from the sonar. Man, why do they make the numbers overlap? I guess they are close, but I think 21 on detonation. So we should probably log that, because where they were last going was 1624. Did not check the detonation on Torp Slow, but I don't think it would have changed there, so that's not how we spell detonate. Detonated mines will be 21 to 32, so they went basically 1624 to 2132. Not a huge deal, but it's something. What we were doing down, well, not, we can't factor in the other path, that's what I'm thinking of. The missiles from ping were 8 to 12. So we'll fire off 2 of those. Hold that down. What? That was a dud. Still 8 to 12. Alright. So, time for the final upgrade on this path.
Are you ready for a new magical upgrade?
Alright. Nito Waterpedo. Every other Waterpedo, so that should be 1, 2, 1, 2, literally, odds or evens, one of them is going to all be a super Waterpedo, and it better pan out that way. Every other Waterpedo is a super Waterpedo that does more damage. 2400 is the price, and we will see what the damage is, and I hope that it applies also to the mines. But again, so 2538 is our new baseline. That was 25. Let's let that go. We're gonna just do it slow. We're not gonna fire it off in a rush or anything. Okay, 45 and 14. Interesting. So our standard, though, that was a crit. So super torpedo equals 30 to 45. Mines are going to, I guess we'll call it super mines. Super mines equal. What was it? Was it 14? I think. Forget. So that's our 25 and 10, right? So we'll let it run its full cycle. And now it's super time. 30 and 14. So 14 to 21 potentially. We'll just log that. Mines are 14 to 21. And then detonated mines. We were doing 2132 with the Mark IIs. Let's see what we've got now. So we'll fire that one off. It'll be standard. Blah blah. Here comes the super. I'm gonna detonate it. Was it 26? Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it 26. So detonated mines 26 to 39. So that has gone up +5. Box stock, you know, 16 wasn't it? 1624. No. Yes, 1624, and then +5 from Mark II became 2132. +5 here, 2639. So that's kind of a nice touch, I would say. So we'll rattle off two. Whoops, pressing the wrong button. We're gonna rattle off standard and super, and now we're going to whoops, ping anything. No, let's put them here, much closer, and we'll ping. They should both come. 8, and was that 13? Let's actually shoot that. That's our standard one. It's green. That would be doing, you know, our base damage. Here comes the super one. And you can notice kind of got the red hue. 13. Okay. So, ping. 13, half of that, 6.5, 7, 20. So 13 to 20. That's cool, and I'm hoping that this also increases our soul gem damage. We'll check that out right now.
Hello, extremely once again.
Alright, so soul gem for 3200 is depth of field. Hold X and release to shoot a huge cluster of water torpedo mines. If you couldn't see mines, you will now. Again, basically there's like the giant one in the middle and then 4 around it. What we were doing, you know, down this bottom path, the Dowsing Dowser. Small torpedo is going to do 22 to 33. The small mines 8 to 12. The big torpedo, which again will be the giant one in the middle, did 45-68 on impact, you know, roughly double. And then the big mines doing double at 16 to 24. However, this will be our standard one, I believe. So let's shoot it and see what we're getting. It should be, what, 25, I think? 25, 38, and then 10 to 15. Oh, sorry. That was my bad. I meant to hold it. Okay, well, that was our super torpedo that can be shot over there. So I guess this would be standard, possibly? 1624 there. However, well, this looks like it would be... Okay, now this would be super, right? Because we shot the green one. That doesn't seem to do anything. Well, that shot... Dang it. Okay. So we've got a... When we press it, it also holds it, right? That starts the sequence. So we shot green over there. Now we should have what would be a super torpedo in this barrel. We're hoping to see something better than 45 because it should be super. And we didn't. So interestingly, this does not seem to impact what we've got here. So what happens when we detonate? Couldn't really see. There's too much junk in the way. Where did the big missile go? Yeah. You can try to read those numbers if you want to. I'm not too concerned with it. I'm getting tired, but this... Neither of these paths is quite what I hoped.
Skylander.
So anyway, let's try to recap this. You can just hit me, I don't care. Torpeslow, you've seen that. Mark II water torpedo. We're going to shoot standard here. And we're sort of getting the slowness benefit, which is cool. And now, he's still slow. We're gonna we'll detonate him. And now, we'll just invite some friends. Shame we can only have 3 of these guys. So this should be a super torpedo. Oh, you can lose that if you get hit. Did not know that. Okay, so that went terribly off course, but, well, he got the worst of that, didn't he? So that's a flaw in his soul gem. If you're not careful, it's done for. But yeah, so I mean, that's what that is. Yeah, I don't know. I do think, I guess I would slightly prefer this path. I do miss the instant damage. Like if you get hit, he deploys the sonar on Dousing Dowser. The increase on hatch off to you for the 360 was also something I would miss. But overall, I would probably say the Tidal Torpedoes will suit my playstyle a little better. But I don't feel like either path is just, wow, groundbreaking, man, everyone's going to watch this and go buy multiple Dive-Clops. Not really, it doesn't stand out to me, you know, that much. But again, I think if you pair him with all of his abilities, it's sort of a deal where you can just spam the torpedoes, you can just spam the sonar, you can just use the tertiary. But I feel like if you actually mix all that up, which is sort of how they set it up, right? You can use your tertiary to push enemies away from you, do decent damage, literally push them away from you, kind of compensate for his slowness. He slows enemies a bit, you know, down Tidal Torpedoes. You've got the range there. You can use the ping ability, which I think is actually a really cool maneuver, and then that kind of hones all the missiles and mines in, so you can sort of make use of it all, and that ties in with the sonar, obviously. And then if you set it up right, you can just use sonar to detonate mines. It's something, again, it's not, there's really nothing like, wow, look at that damage number. But again, you've got to think kind of along the lines of a trigger happy, where you've got quantity over the singular quality of a high damage number. He's not on that scale of like rapid attacks, but the multiple hits from the mines will add up over time. The sonar, you can sort of, you know, if you're in a hurry to do things, you can use it. It sort of makes up for it. Ping falls into that category. Slowing enemies down and then pushing them away somewhat compensates for his slow speed. So he's a character, if you like him, and you kind of take everything into consideration, play with him quite a bit, you could sort of master him and sort of manipulate the enemies to the position you want them to be in, to kill them in whatever manner you would prefer. So in that regard, pretty cool. But again, he is related to Eyebrow, which that might draw some of you in. The color scheme on standard Dive-Clops, in my opinion, very, very unique. I love the color combinations there. That's it. This is it. We took him down Tidal Torpedoes. Mistletoe is down Dousing Dowser. I think I do overall prefer Tidal Torpedoes. It's not like a landslide victory either way, and I think I'll keep them set up like I've got them, kind of play in-game, sort of see if I prefer one over the other. But which path do you prefer, and why? Which one do you think suits Dive-Clops best? Which path do you think suits Mistletoe Dive-Clops the best? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Your support is much appreciated. You can follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. We'll come in here, we will get his quest done, we'll introduce the Dive Bomber, which we've used it a lot, we've just never done our introduction on it yet, so we will do that in Quest 2, which is the vehicle-specific one. Once we've wrapped up both the personal and the vehicle-based quest from Buzz, we'll go in and we will take a gander and crank out his Supercharge challenge, which are always fun. So stay tuned for that. If you're enjoying Skylanders research, again, a like would be appreciated. But for myself and Dive-Clops, we will catch you back here for more Skylanders research.